Complaints brought by students or their parents may be heard in accordance with policies FNG legal and local by employees in accordance with policies GGBF legal and local, and by citizens in accordance with policy GF local. Each of these processes provide that if a resolution cannot be achieved administratively, the person may appeal the administrative decision to the board as a properly posted agenda. With these guidelines in mind, we will now be glad to hear your public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think these these items will not be heard of anywhere in this open session. But on April 24th, or in April, we have a meeting in which you all discussed the travel into New Orleans. And Ms. Villalobos spoke about student style recognition, spoke about an open forum. We need to enforce it equally to everybody. Secondly, we talk about that we cannot resolve it here, it can be resolved to the board. I filed 3 level 3 grievances and still waiting to be scheduled my level 3 with the board. And I followed every procedure possible. With that being said, we'll move on for the purpose of why I'm here. I'm concerned about you all requesting or the superintendent requesting that the board approve a $1 million loan. My biggest concern is that for the last 8 years, we saw a big trend where we had unfeathered hiring of people, cronism, people coming before getting hired, and nobody put a stop to it. Now, I'm not speaking about the new board members, because you guys have been here shortly. But Mr. Wiesman, you sat by me in the last 8 to 12 years, and you snored and you slept while people discussed school business. And look, you've had an opportunity to address this, and you seem uninterested in what's going on. You care more about the election because it's your job, right? Well, it's the people's jobs here, and it's the employees' jobs. For those that are not here, some of you can have a tremendous impact in the education of these kids. Look back to your family members, those that didn't get a good opportunity to get a good education. You can have a tremendous opportunity, but you choose not to because I don't know what your reason for serving here. And I wish Mr. Lanis would be here because he could be a tremendous asset. He has the knowledge, the skills, but he chooses to be unprepared and come here and doesn't engage and doesn't question things. Tomas Gomez, one of my favorite friends, a brother to me, grew up through pre-K, crosses his hand and sits there and questions nothing. And that's why we're in the big mess we are today. And today we're going to ask for $1 million. And I want to know who's going to be asking those tough questions. Not too long ago, we did a tax swap. You shifted the tax burden already 13 cents to the public. We can't take it back anymore. You do not have enough money to pay your bonds, your INS. You don't. In order to do so, you're going to have to increase our taxes to pay that money. And that's coming up to 38 cents. And guess what, folks? You don't even have to go to the taxpayer for that. Because from 13 cents minus that from the 50 cents, and that's how much we can go up to about 30 cents. You have the opportunity to put the brakes in spending, but you didn't. You haven't done that. You could have gone through a RIF and gone through a fair process in which those positions that we don't need, those certifications that we don't need in this district, those positions could have been gone. But you didn't want to because it would have impacted Mr. Garcia's brother-in-law. We don't need that position over there where it's earning $60,000 at the high school with a $4,000 stipend that you guys approved. We don't need that position. We could have gone through a lot of different routes. We could have set the criteria that's in your local policy to address reduction in force. And the criteria says, look at the certifications, look at tenure, look at the positions that are needed, and use that on your at-will employees. But then you chose to go after the small people. You cannot collect $1 million on $23,000 salaries. You can't. So therefore, we're in a position now where we're asking for more. We order buses we cannot pay for. Can I go to the bank and ask for $1 million if I cannot manage my finances? No, I can't. Why are you going back to the taxpayer? You laid off 23 people. You can't pay their salaries, can't pay their taxes. And yet you want to go back and ask for more. At some point or another, we need to put a stop to the spending. Board, if nobody's told you, I'm going to tell you as a whole. You need to prepare your travel as a respect to the different families that lose their jobs here. Because for every time you go out there and you spend money, there's a position you're going to save. Maybe a meager $18,000 position at somebody's home, somebody's child. But did you choose to travel? I'm going to ask PA, and I'm going to ask the city and the different people to join me in drafting a letter. Because if you guys cannot handle your finances, then TA needs to set a monitor to handle your finances. We need to put the stop on spending. And I'm going to tell you, it upsets me that I get home and I get a text. The SOAR board members were here before the meeting discussing me and how you're going to go after me because I choose to bring in the open some of the things that you've done. Folks, I should have been in the agenda. I hope you had an agenda for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lozano. Item 6, student staff recognition.